Doug, I'm going to try to show you how SkyTools is able to control a mount, in particular my astrophysics mount. I've started SkyTools. I go to the real-time tab, and when you start the real-time tab, you get the telescope control menu. So in that case, you would start it, select and configure your telescope, and generally it'll be an ASCOM supported telescope, which brings up the astrophysics GTO V2 mount driver, which I've selected. When you click on properties, it brings up the properties pertinent to the astrophysics mount, and you would fill those in and then save them. Save that. So now let me start the mount. I'm going to call up the Astrophysics Command Center. This is the steps you would normally follow to interface the mount to SkyTools. You have to have the mount running first. Right now the mount is parked, so I have to unpark the mount. So I'm unparking it from its last park position. I click that, and you notice now the mount is running, it's tracking, and it's pointed due north. You'll notice that COM11, which is the COM port I use to control the mount using SkyTools, is not active. But if I go to Sky Telescope Control and say connect to telescope,
telescope connected.
now SkyTools is talking to the mount, and you notice that the COM11 light is illuminated. So for example, now let's go to the moon. Click, highlight the moon, right click, slew scope 2.
Telescope slew into target.
Now you can hear the scope in the background slewing to the moon. While it is slewing, I will call up the interactive atlas.
Telescope slew complete.
And let me fit it to the window that I have open. So now you can see the mount crosshairs say that I am on the moon. And it is now tracking. If I want to move the mount, so example, there's an NGC galaxy by the moon. I can just right click, slew to, and center at cursor.
Telescope slew into target.
The mount has now moved over. It is now centered on NGC
Telescope slew
2530.
complete.
I can zoom out. Suppose I want to go to the beehive. Select the beehive, slew to, and center at
Telescope
cursor.
slew into target.
The mount has moved over to the beehive cluster.
Telescope slew complete.
And centered the map on the beehive. I can drag a box around there. See if there's anything else around there. There's a little small galaxy down here. You can see it, NGC 2672, a 12.7 magnitude galaxy. You look in the very bottom left of the chart, and it shows NGC 2672 galaxy in Cancer, visual magnitude 12.7, 190 million light years from Earth. If you right click on it, you can get the object information, which brings up this. And that's all the object information on that little galaxy. And if I want to go back, I can right click on it again and slew to and center at
Telescope
cursor.
slew into target. Telescope slew complete.
And now the mount has moved over to the new galaxy. You can zoom in. You zoom in, you can actually see that that galaxy is a double galaxy. Back out with the mouse, right click on it, and here's another nice feature. Get DSS image at cursor. I'm going to get a DSS image from there's three options. I'm going to get the US STSCI database. You can pick the size image you want. Say, maybe I want 30 arc minutes in size. I want to plot it in the view and say, get the image.
Operation completed.
And as you see, that DSS image has now appeared in the field of view. And you'll notice that a bunch of the other targets, like up here, Alita Galaxy at magnitude 17.3. There's another little galaxy here. It's Alita Galaxy at 17.3. Over here you have another Alita Galaxy, 17.1. You can scroll out if you want to turn the picture off, right click, and hide plottable image. So now you're back at the chart. I think with other mounts, this feature is also available. With the astrophysics mount, you have this direction, northeast, north, south, east, west. You can click on this. You can set, with the astrophysics, you can set the rate. Like if I want to go 32x, you can click, and you can see the mount's moving away from the target. And if you want to return to the target, just right click on it and go back to slew and center at cursor.
Telescope slewing to target.
And it goes right back.
Telescope slew complete.
So that's just a little short video on how to use SkyTools to control your mount. Hopefully you'll find this informative.